Oklahoma State. Stephen Buchanan for Wyoming. Yesterday, Ferrari, the freshman, knocked off top-seeded Tanner Sloan of South Dakota State, who was a perfect 14-0 coming in. Hadn't lost since last year's Big 12 championships. Not only did he win, he did it with 3 minutes, 22 seconds of riding time to knock off the #1 seed. So Rock, for the team title, it comes down to 197.
And this is what A.J. Ferrari loves. He loves the pressure. Stephen Buchanan has something to say about this. He thinks he can wrestle with anybody in the country. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what it's all about here. Love it.
The standout freshman in the orange, Buchanan, the sophomore, native of Wisconsin, in the white singlet for Wyoming. Buchanan this year has lost just twice, and one of his biggest wins was against Noah Adams, the defending champion from West Virginia, here at 197 pounds. Ended Adams' 39-match winning streak earlier this year. And for Ferrari at 14-1, his only loss came to Adams, a 3-2 decision. So, for a victory in the championship round, it's 14 points. If Ferrari simply wins without accumulating any bonus points, that means that Oklahoma and Oklahoma State will share the Big 12 team championship. If there are bonus points for Ferrari in his victory, Oklahoma State will be the team champion. It's as simple as that.
Ferrari, he kind of like lulls you. He kind of like looks away and then kind of lets bounces and kind of gives a side eye. Good shot. This is where Ferrari is very, very tough here.
Ferrari trying to draw Buchanan back in.
Got to work his way back to the center. Be patient here. Buchanan has to just be careful.
Ferrari swoops in for two. How about that, Rock? He was bringing him back to the middle and then just smothered him on the edge.
Just took his time, bring his leg in, and then he just chased.
AJ, he's feeling you already.
And with all that's on the line at 197 pounds, this is as loud as the crowd has been tonight in Tulsa.
And they realize what's at stake here. A win gives a tie. Bonus point gives Oklahoma State a Big 12 championship.
Buchanan down with 103 in the first. Last year, his freshman season, qualified for the NCAA championships after a 7th place finish here at the Big 12. Ferrari in the orange for Oklahoma State, a prolific high school wrestler. Native of Texas, went 96-1 across his high school career between a couple of high schools in Texas and New Jersey, the last couple seasons in the Garden State. And jumps right in here as a freshman in the lineup for John Smith and the Cowboys.
Nose rolling, nose rolling. That boy, AJ, nothing. Who's back? 2, 3. Who's back?
Just as things got dangerous is when Ferrari and Buchanan tumbled out of the circle.
A 4-point near fall is critical if he wants to get a bonus point win.
Who's back?
Albert looking on as AJ not only tries for a victory here, but tries for bonus points to vault Oklahoma State to yet another Big 12 championship, which would make it 9 in a row. They've won 17 of the last 24 since the Big 12's inaugural season in 1997.
20 seconds.
Rock, already more than a minute of riding time for Ferrari here in the first. What does Buchanan need to do in order to make this his advantage?
He has to have some chain wrestling. He just can't make one move. It's got to be 1, 2, 3 moves over and over again. Good start for Ferrari.
So Ferrari, the finely tuned engine, up 2-0.
Build on that lead! AJ, he's feeling himself!
Buchanan will start on top here. Mark Branch, his head coach, talked about his work ethic after he graduated high school a couple summers ago. Said he showed up in June, so that's pretty early to get onto campus. Showed up, he didn't leave, he didn't take one summer class, he took 2. And he was also carrying a couple jobs, never missed a workout. Branch said he'd work until practice, he'd come to practice, change clothes, then go work a second job, and that work ethic translated right into his wrestling. So he is the beacon for the rest of this team. We'll see one more Cowboy, Brian Andrews, at heavyweight to finish off the night here in Tulsa. But he is the standard for the work ethic for Wyoming wrestling. Ferrari's up 3-0.
Ferrari gets another takedown here. They can start to think about bonus points.
AJ, go get it! Your shot, Steven! AJ, hit him! He's tired, go!
And extremely significant here for Oklahoma State as they're down by 4. Ferrari on the edge, nothing doing. They had a team point deducted yesterday in a consolation match at 141 pounds. There's a takedown for Ferrari. 5-0 for the Cowboy. Oklahoma State yesterday had a team point deducted for unsportsmanlike conduct. So that gap right now is 4 instead of 3. Which makes this match all the more important. No lack of theatrics from Ferrari.
This can get into a bonus point type of scenario here. Ferrari is 2 for 2 on his takedowns. Adrenaline is running. Ferrari is starting to feel it.
Turn him!
Ooh.
2 for Buchanan on the reversal, so he is on the board, cutting into Ferrari's lead.
Hey, you're fine! AJ!
Interesting. I don't know if I saw a standing reversal.
Ferrari is 3 and the lead is 4.
One more this period! Hit him! One more this period! 40! One more! 40!
Ferrari, Oklahoma, and Oklahoma State share the Big 12 championship. But the Sooners haven't won it outright since 2002. Stall warning on Ferrari, and it's on to the third rack where we can expect a lot of action in these final 2 minutes.
Yes. Ferrari is aware that certainly a win. There's not blood there. He's aware that if he wins, then it's going to be a tie. If he wins by bonus points, then it's going to be an outright championship for Oklahoma State. Best believe Ferrari is going to be trying to win it outright for Oklahoma State and put himself in the history books of Oklahoma State.
Which is hard to do, right? Given how successful the program has been for so long. And when we talked to John Smith earlier this week, their legendary head coach, about that, he said, you know, it's not about necessarily an individual accomplishment standing out because of how good the program has been and how long they've been good, but it's about the legacy of the program and upholding that and the standards to which they wrestle. And even when guys go on to international competition, it's about you're representing Oklahoma State. So it starts in the room, it comes here to Tulsa, it goes to St. Louis, it goes to the rest of the world. And that's the standard for Ferrari to carry here in his first Big 12 championship.
Buchanan's got something in the tank right here. And he's not conceding anything.
Two for Ferrari. He's up 8-3. Riding time in his favor as well. Over 90 seconds. Challenge brick thrown.
So the brick was thrown by Oklahoma State. And what they're looking at, he drives through, which Ferrari does this often. So, no takedown. Takedown. One. Okay, drives through. We gotta wait for the takedown first. Two, takedown. One. Nope. It's a judgment call. So he drove him through. So where's the takedown? Takedown's right there. Now, we're looking for back points. It's going to be difficult to say that there was a near fall right there. It's going to be very difficult. And of course, Oklahoma State is supposed to throw out the brick. So he drives him through. Nothing yet. Two, takedown. Has it broken 45 degrees? Has it broken 45 degrees? I didn't see anything that was 45 degrees there. Yeah, you can't take the bricks home. You're supposed to throw it. That's what you're supposed to do as a coach.
And every team with wrestlers during the championship round came in with at least one challenge, and this is the last wrestler for Oklahoma State tonight.
Takedown.
And an opportune time to throw it as they're looking for bonus points here to try and win the entire team championship.
There wasn't a 45-degree break, and not for 2 seconds. And for you fans that are new to the sport, you get back points when the bottom wrestler. The right call. I know that it's going to be the home crowd of Oklahoma State, but that's the right call. There's no way to avoid that. That's the right call.
So as it stands, Ferrari is up 8-3. He's got the riding time advantage. An effective lead of 6.
Oh, we got the cradle. here. Lots of things playing out.
Slipping away like a fish between two human hands. 8-3, a minute 6 in the third.
Yeah, let's go. 2 takedowns. We need 2 takedowns
So,
here, stud.
riding time is pretty much solidified. So he lets them up. So it's 8-3. Now it's 8-4. Riding time has been locked up, so it's 9-4.
Come on, go.
A win for Ferrari ties them for the team championship. Bonus points wins the whole thing outright. Ferrari's got the takedown, 34 seconds left.
Here is when AJ Ferrari now can put himself into the history books of Oklahoma State.
But his lead right now is 7.
One more. 25. 25.
Gotta win by 8 or more for the major decision to get them the bonus points they need. And Buchanan fires back in short time in the third. Ferrari tangling to the edge of the mat. 2 more for the freshman. 12-7 riding time as well. So the lead is only 6 with 2 seconds to go. This has been fireworks throughout from Ferrari and Buchanan.
What a great match. It's just drama. It's just 2 seconds left.
So Buchanan comes up at 12-8. And it's 4 more points.